There we go. Yo, what up?
Call me Red 5, y'all.
Let's do this. Back again for another episode on the pod. You know, we were just talking too before we started this. You know, we're coming up with good shit. But I was sharing this story because we were talking about, you know, how we were always completely high. Like for high school, like I was not sober a day. We were not sober
like the whole
like
4 years.
Yeah, so like high school, we were just, it was all a big haze of fucking blazing confusion. But yeah, so I was sharing this story about how I used to always go into science class all doped. I went to every class all, you know, high. And there was this time we were dissecting shit, right? And there was this worm. And I remember like dissecting it because the teacher was like, yo, you got to cut it in half or cut it down the middle. And I was like, oh, down the middle. All right. So I like cut it straight. I cut it like straight down the middle, like right in half.
Wow.
And I looked around and I seen everybody else fucking cutting their shit like the other way. And
yeah,
like, oh,
like hot dog style. The fuck?
I was like, oh shit. Wow. Dude, my partner was pissed. He was all looking at me like,
it's like, that's the only worm.
He's like, dude, we still had to use that one. We still had to use that one. I had to like fucking safety pin it together or something. I had to like sew his ass back.
Goodness.
That's how you know your school's cheap. They only give you one worm.
Right?
Yep.
Like,
I only had one worm.
How much worms cost? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was hilarious, man. I was all dope, and I was just like, cut it in half. My partner was all pissed. I was like, oh shit, my bad.
You're probably laughing your ass off too.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I didn't take anything really seriously. I was just, you know, going through shit. I was waiting. I was already thinking about getting out of that class so I could smoke again. Like that's kind of the mindset where it's like, oh shit, I can't wait till I get out of this class so I can go smoke some more.
Sure would be nice if I could leave. So I could go get freaking blazed.
And high school was a whole nother beast. I remember this one time I was in social studies or something in like junior year, and I just got done smoking. Like I literally just got done smoking, and then that was my first class after lunch, and I saw 3 people in there. You know, we all gave each other the look. We're like, oh shit, you high? Oh yeah, we gonna go smoke right now kind of look. So we all left the class, like we're already in there, bro, like chilling. Like before the attendance is taken and everything, like we're just chilling and we see each other, we look at each other and we make that look and then we just dip and go smoke.
Dude, I remember one time
I just got done smoking.
One time at band camp, me and my homeboy, we like went to like it was like lunch or something, and we went to go smoke. We're smoking with a bunch of people and everything, and me and him had the same class after lunch. So like we started walking like back to the school and everything, and like just like you could tell like off rip, like we were fucking high as hell. And like we're walking up the stairs and everything, and I was like, damn, like I was like, do I smell like weed? Like, shit, I hope not. And then like me and him go into the class, like we sit down, and like our teacher just like automatically like looks at us, just like, the fuck? And like she tries to start the class and shit, but like the whole time, like she's just like looking at us, and like she's just like being all dramatic, like acting like it's getting her, like the smell is like getting her high or something. And like she's like no, and then like she just like walks out, like she leaves the class, and we're like, oh shit. And like, but we were just kicking it still, like we're just staying there. And then like I remember this girl, she like looked like she was like, hey, you guys reek like weed. And I was like, nah. And like he just looks over and he's like, yo, we should fucking leave. I was like, what? Like we can just leave? And like because I was like, well, like if we leave right now, like she's just gonna get us next time. But then like in the middle of it, I was like, fuck it, yeah, let's just leave. So we just took off before like she got back like with whatever she was doing. I don't think we ever heard nothing about it ever again. But
yeah, maybe she was
it
going
was
to get
fucking
like
wild.
the fucking cops, and you dodged a bullet. Like they're gonna go get the
Like-
fucking officer, the school
I
officer.
feel like that probably
These
was it. But
motherfuckers are
like,
high. These motherfuckers.
I feel like if she was that pissed, like she would have just like she would have did it the next time or something like that. I don't know. But we never heard nothing about it again. So someone up there was looking out for me.
Yep. Dude, yeah, just a bunch of high school crazy moments. Like I remember I used to stay up like all night, all the time. And this was actually
Can't do that no more.
actually freshman year, man. When we were in Arvada together. But yeah, so I ended up staying up all night, like usual, just gaming or some shit. I don't know, Call of Duty, whatever the fuck it was. But I would always sleep in math. Like I would set that day aside. Like I would set that schedule aside. I would set that class aside for sleep. I'm like, that's my sleepy time. Never pay attention. Yeah, I was a fuck up in school. That's all you gotta know about me.
That's ridiculous.
But I
could
put
never,
it
like
to the side. But yeah, what?
I can never. Oh, I put it to the side like that's like a legit thing. Like no. I have this. I took this class specifically to sleep. It's okay. It's fine.
Well, I just made it my sleep. I didn't put it there on purpose. But like after a while in it, I was like, I'm just gonna sleep in this class.
Fucking but I could never sleep in classes. Like fucking like the only time I only ever did that once, and that was just because like it was like extenuating circumstances. Dude. But yeah, I could never do that. Like I'd be too nervous. I'd be like, fuck.
Well, and this is
staring right at me.
This is before we even like used to blaze heavily, like freshman year, and then like. But I just remember like I was like, oh, I'm always gonna sleep in there because she doesn't say shit. Like normally, you know, teachers will say something or like be like, yo, wake your ass up. But she never said anything, and she kind of was like, oh, that dude's not gonna graduate shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of not. But yeah, so anyway, so I was just in that energy, and like I went there one time. I remember because I went there right, and I passed out right away because I'm like, oh, I can't wait till I get to this class. I'm tired as fuck. So I fucking so I get in there and I pass out, right? I pass out, right, dude, and I wake up and like all these kids that are around me are like completely different kids. So it's like I slept through like the whole
like
class.
Into the new class.
Yes. So and no one said shit.
Wow.
Like she didn't say nothing. No one said nothing. None of the students said shit.
Like, she's probably like, this motherfucker wants to sleep. Fine, let him sleep. Let's see what happens,
dude. But yeah, I did it every day. Like,
what if you had woken up?
Probably
woken up and it was just. What if you had woken up and like the lights were just all turned out, like it's dark outside?
That would be fucking crazy, man. That would be so nuts. It was kind of the same thing because I was like waking up. I was like, who the fuck are you? Like, you're not Jeff. And everyone's staring at me like this is the whole part too. Because I woke up and I'm like looking around and everyone's looking at me like this fucking dumbass.
They're like, it's the next day, bro. This is first period.
Oh, but yeah, I just got my shit. Like I literally just got my shit and walked out. Like no one said anything. It was like so awkward. But I was like, what the fuck? She just made me sleep through like 3 classes. I don't even know
where hold on.
After that.
She didn't make you sleep. You made you sleep. She just didn't wake your dumb ass up.
Which is I'm kind of grateful for because I got a good nap. But it was weird because I was like looking around like, what in the hell is going on in here?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy story. There's this other time I was in after school detention. That's when I stopped sleeping because I used to sleep all the time. Like, and you're not supposed to sleep in after school detention either. Fucking
no.
They're like, oh, you gotta fucking be awake for this bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's not fucking nap time.
Well, I didn't care. That's another thing. Back then, I didn't care about shit. I was just a breeze in the wind, bro. Breeze in the fucking
breeze in the wind.
Whatever.
Breeze in the wind. What does that look
no
like?
Sense. But that's exactly my existence. It made no sense. Just.
I'm
getting a horrible visual right now.
I'm like the bark on the tree, bro. Fucking.
I mean, those were good times, but it's like I think back at it, I'm like, damn, bro, I really didn't give effort to
Yeah.
shit, but my friends and smoking and
Real.
shit.
For
And
real. Tell me
music.
about it, dude.
But
And
yeah,
here we
so
are.
and the last time I slept, this was the last time I was like, I'm never sleeping again. I was fucking sleeping in after school detention and I busted ass like massive, bro. Like fucking everyone was listening. And there was these two really hot chicks too in there. There was these really two hot chicks in there, and they're all looking like, what the fuck? And there were these two dudes that were dead. They were dead.
Yo, I would have been fucking dead too.
They were dead.
Like,
this isn't even the best part. Like, this isn't even the best part. So I rip ass, right? I look up and I'm like, kind of embarrassed, but I just go back to sleep. I'm like, fuck it. It's already done. So I go back to sleep, right? And I bust ass again. Oh
bro. My god! Of course you did.
Damn, bro.
Of course you did.
In my sleep, bro.
And those
after
like
that, I was done. I didn't even put my head up. I just was like, I'm just gonna act like I'm still sleeping, even though I'm not, because I knew everyone was gonna be fine.
Oh my god!
Never fell asleep in any class ever again after that.
And those fucking like mid sleep farts, those are the rippers, bro. Like those are
dude.
You lift the leg and you're like,
those two kids were in comas after that. Those two kids were in comas, especially after the second fart. Goodness. They were fucking on the floor, dead.
Damn, you're lucky that smartphones weren't a thing when we were in high school. You would have been a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee that fucking meme would have been viral.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could have memed back in the day, man.
You'd have fucking been like in the same therapy group as like the Star Wars kid. That's and like fucking Tourette's guy.
I would have owned it though. I don't think I would have been there. I would have owned it. Like, yeah, that was me.
Fucking A.
Fucking.
Well, now that we talked about what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Segue into
Segue.
So yeah.
Paul Blart.
Oh, Mall Cops.
That movie is not that good.
Okay, that just reminded me of something. I remember this is another high school story, but I remember
they're good. Those are the best stories.
I remember me and a mutual friend of me and Mike's and Frank's, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
But you might know who it is, Mike, by the story.
I'll know.
But me and him, like, we was at the mall, and we were at the Mills, and you know how the security guards, like, they over there they ride on the swagways.
Yeah.
And swagways.
The swagway.
And they we walked in like and homie had his hood on, and like the security guard came up and like he's like, hey, take your hood off, you're not allowed to wear your hood inside. And like he didn't hear, like he just ignored him, but like he comes zooming up and like fucking like grabs his hood and like just takes it off, like pulls it down and shit, and like dude and homie fucking flipped shit. Like he went off. Like he was like fucking, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, why you touching me? He's like, you're not even he's like, you're a security guard, you're not a cop. He's like, you're not even a pig, you're bacon bits. Fucking
dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god. It was over. Like that was too funny. Pretty sure we just left after that because like he was like calling fucking base or some shit.
Yeah, he's
calling
like,
home base.
They're not scared.
Fucking,
they're not scared.
He's like, light your Star Command.
That was fucking
dude. It was
ridiculous.
Like a Paul Blart moment. This dude thought he was running shit. He was the big badass on the Segway. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Now that we got the important issues out of there. What you were talking about before we started? You said you had something you wanted to say. Said you had something to talk about or something.
Yeah, I had a bunch of shit I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about shit. Matrix, for example. The first thing. I haven't seen the new one.
It came out today, man.
Came out today while we're filming this.
Okay, like regarding the Matrix, like Spider-Man was obviously like an epic, like ridiculous like thing that you have to see in theaters, like for the first time. Like, but like, and Matrix is like epic too, like just because like it's been so long since the last one, like, and all that, like, and it's like it was like some of the seminal movies of our like childhood, like growing up and shit, like the Matrix and shit.
Yeah. Well, the first one's still like one of the best movies ever made.
That being said, they put that motherfucker on HBO Max, so your boy's gonna watch it on HBO Max.
I'm probably gonna watch
for HBO Max
on HBO Max.
I already paid for HBO Max. I don't need to go pay to see it again in the theaters. Like, they already got my money. I'll watch it in the comfort of my own home.
Mm-hmm. Well, I totally agree, and I'm also not gonna like have my hopes too high because it's a different director. It's like a whole reboot. I mean, yeah, they got my boy Keanu, but that's not enough.
And they got Trinity.
Any one film.
They got Trinity too.
So I'm just going to have an open mind because I'm not going to go in expecting it to be like the originals because I think I'm going to be set up for disappointment. And that's just what I'm getting. It could be amazing. I don't know.
I kind of like, I didn't watch, but like I saw like a little review the other day where like this, I think it was IGN. Mm-hmm. And they were like, they're like Matrix, like it had like the new Matrix, it had like a shitload of really good ideas in it, but they were all poorly executed. And I was like, oh shit. Like they basically said it was like a lot of things that could work if they were done better. But I mean, that's IGN. Like fucking, like who knows? Like I never really I haven't trusted their word in a long time.
Well, and I've heard some things too where it's like I've heard not good things about it, but it's like that's why I'm saying I'm gonna have an open mind just going into it, not necessarily listen, because there's a lot of times people remove, like for example, Rotten Tomatoes will review a movie.
Rotten Tomatoes
will review a movie and give it like a shit score, and those movies are fucking high on my list. The ones that get the shit score. Like, so I'm like, I can't trust anyone with the fucking review. Yeah. Like I have to see it.
Because like people talk down on Eternals too, and I love that movie. So
yeah. Well, and they also a lot of people talk shit about the first Suicide Squad, and I fucking loved that movie. And it got like a 26 on fucking Rotten Tomatoes, and everyone was dogging it. I'm like, that movie's not a 26 by a long shot. Like that movie's the shit. Hello? Hello? What's going on? Oh shit, they're frozen. We're frozen up in this bitch. Oh shit, here we are, we're back.
Oh shit. Biffed it, cuz.
Alright, so that was
don't
God.
Just blow past that. Fucking this motherfucker. The host's gonna chunk out. How the host chunks out.
That was weird. That was weird shit. I'll have to edit that or keep it in. I don't know how it's gonna look.
No, you keep that in. You keep that in.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but both of you were frozen on my end, and I was like, "Oh, it's me. I'm the problem."
Yeah, it was definitely you. That was ridiculous.
Oh
He's
man,
like, I'm the blip.
But yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious because it froze up, and then I was like, "What's going on?" So I have to see where I have to edit it at all, or just leave it. I don't know.
You don't edit that. That's
my
gold.
internet was acting weird, and then it pops me back in automatically as you're calling me, and it starts recording right away again. So it's like, what the hell? I guess we're just rolling.
Recording in progress.
But anyways, fuck the internet right now. Whatever that was crazy. But as I was saying, I don't even remember what I was saying. I was talking about some shit. Talking about reviews. Oh yeah,
Matrix.
I was talking about actually. I was talking about the first Suicide Squad, and now I got like a 26, and on Rotten Tomatoes, and I fucking thought that was a great movie. I was like, way better than 26.
I liked it. It was I think the first Suicide Squad was better than the second one, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. I liked the whole Joker Harley kind of thing. And you might not like that about it, but I love that. Like where he was about to leave her and then he's like, fuck, and then he jumps in after her into the vat. Dude, that part fucking blew my mind when I first saw it.
Joker's a cold motherfucker, man. Fucking in that Omni that I just read, the Batman one, there's this part in I think it's Death of the Family. There's this part where like because Joker got his face cut off, and that's why he's like got the bandages on his face and shit. And he comes back and like he like tells Harley like because like I think like the plan is like to make them think that like Harley's Joker or something, that so like he can get the jump on him, or like I'm not sure. But he tells her, he's like, hey, sorry, but you're gonna have to cut your face off too. Like we gotta match. And like she's like, what? Like that's gonna hurt. And he's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. And then she's like, well, we still think I'm beautiful if I cut my face off. And he's like, when did I ever say I thought you were beautiful? I was like, damn, Joker, cold on him.
Well, and it's funny because like when that movie came out, the first Suicide Squad, you would see like memes of like, I want a relationship like Harley and Joker and shit. You're like, you dumb. Like you don't want no Harley and Joker relationship.
For real, you want to get brainwashed?
I was seeing all that shit like, oh, their relationship. Like
even Harley don't want
a relationship like that.
Even Harley don't want the fucking that kind of relationship anymore.
That's what's wrong with most of you people these days is you want toxic relationships. You think that's what love is.
Even Harley don't want that relationship no more. That's why she's with Poison Ivy now.
Cut that. We ain't
cut that. Edit that out.
Edit
that out.
We ain't cutting nothing.
We're treading this ground. We're treading it.
We're not cutting shit, Brandon.
Cut it.
I'm cutting out those.
Trust me. Cut it. Cut it out. Cut it.
His neck is really itchy, guys.
I told you. Politics and religion. That's politically charged. Cut it.
Cut it.
It is.
I don't think it's politically charged. I think he's got a preference.
Politically charged.
I'm just saying. I would love to
just
see
cut the whole
kissing. That's all I'm saying.
Cut the whole everything after I even said the Poison Ivy. Cut it.
Right.
Cut it.
So Poison Ivy. All right. We're okay. Cut. Take.
No. All right.
Two.
Here we go.
Take two.
Cut it. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Action.
All right. We are back. But yeah. Everyone wants to get up on arms for that. I get it.
No. Cut it.
Oh shit, my dude.
You biffed it, bro. I'm telling you.
All right. So in other news.
Okay.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, that's another cast role that is perfect, I think. Her as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Margot Robbie, man. Yeah. There's no.
Yeah.
There's a.
If you're watching this, you don't know what the hell we're laughing at because we cut some shit. Because some shit got real. It's cut.
Cut it.
Just cut it. Cut it. That's the name of the episode right now.
Yeah. Cut. Like, yeah, that's the title. Like, cut it? Question
cut
mark?
It. Cut it. All right. So we know not to talk about that. So in other news.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right. Anyways. Yo, if you want to know what we're talking about, we're gonna start a Patreon pretty soon.
Yeah.
You gotta join the $1,000 a month tier, and you can see. You
gotta
can
get
what we're talking
freaking
about.
Cultureology Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because I don't know how I'm gonna cut it, but we're gonna chop it up so it's not too crazy.
Anyways,
but yeah, it's already been an eventful podcast with me cutting out
fucking
shit, so yeah.
So
I'll send you a technical difficulties blooper thing.
We're talking about
Margot Robbie. Yeah, like I didn't really think so at first because I don't think I'd ever seen her because I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad 1 was before Wolf of Wall Street, was it not? Or did Wolf of Wall Street
was before?
You better fact check yourself.
I'm gonna look it up.
No, it is. I know for a fact.
Pretty sure it's before. I'm pretty sure
it is before because I watched it in theaters. I watched both of those movies in theaters. And I have a good memory.
Yeah, you're right. Wolf of Wall Street was the first one.
That was one of the first movies I saw.
It came out before.
I was like, damn, who the hell is this?
I'm pretty sure that was the first movie I ever saw her in.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Go straight to IMDb.
I mean, I thought
what the fuck?
Like, I didn't really like have an idea in my mind like who could even be Harley Quinn, but like after I saw her, like I was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Oh no!
Is he chunking? He's chunking again.
Corner store Wi-Fi.
Oh,
dude.
there he goes. There's a fucking hamster on a wheel running
the
like
Matumbo.
Fucking yeah, chunking.
I'm all blurry as fuck too. What the fuck's going on here?
The sweatshop kid in the
we are experiencing technical difficulties.
You better give that hamster a break, bro.
I know, man.
Switch him out.
No,
his shift is up.
Man.
Never. He keeps running.
So well, let's see. What else is like perfect? Like I think Chris Evans is Captain America was damn near perfect.
You were.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was perfect.
Were you sold on Chris Evans right at the beginning though? Because I think we had a discussion where you're like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was down with him from the beginning because he was my boy from Perfect Score. I remember
he was also coming off of Human Torch
and Not Another Teen Movie, and he was Human Torch. I was like, okay. The only thing I was like curious about because I was like, well, this motherfucker's already
Human
Torch, but that's not in the MCU. So like I was like, all right, I can ride with it.
Yeah, I totally get it. I think he was a perfect role as well. And speaking of Perfect Score, that's also has Scarlett Johansson in it when they're younger. So that's pretty crazy how they're both in that coming up, and now they're both they were both in the MCU, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's another good movie that he was in called Cellular. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Oh yeah, Cellular.
It's like one of my favorite movies with
that's and Jason Statham's in that too. Fucking
yeah.
That's a really good movie.
Dude, I thought that movie was
that's
badass.
on HBO Max, Devin. You need to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, we never checked in last week. Did you watch any of those movies we told you to watch?
Small Soldiers. What else was on the list?
Okay, I guess Small Soldiers was the only one.
Well, you watched Tommy Boy. He was saying that he watched Tommy Boy.
Yeah, Tommy Boy. I watched Tommy Boy. That shit was freaking hilarious.
Brink? Did you watch Brink?
I didn't watch Brink.
Okay. So that's the one. But yeah, Tommy Boy is hilarious, man. You gotta watch.
I started Life. That
guy in a little coat.
Yeah, I love that. I always do the thing, in real life where like I knock on a door and I say housekeeping. I'm like, housekeeping.
Yeah.
I still do that to this day. And people never get it. Like they'll open the door, they're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you don't even know. You ain't even on my level.
You uncultured swine.
Oh man.
Speaking of movies and castings, who's your favorite casting for Spider-Man?
What do you mean?
Andrew.
Like, who's the best Spider-Man in your opinion?
Garfield.
Yep.
Well, Andrew, we're all in agreement. Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. Which is weird because, like, out of all of them, like, his movies are, like, usually, like, rated the lowest, like, by people.
Yeah. I think he got done dirty, like with the whole corporate
Dude, mark
stuff.
my words.
I think
we're
could
gonna
have.
see Andrew Garfield again as Spider-Man.
Well, they're
Mark
making
my
a
words.
buzz.
Calling it.
The buzz is all over the internet about they want.
He stole the show.
The fans want a third Spider-Man.
He
Amazing Spider-Man.
Like
Peter
Willem Dafoe and fucking Andrew Garfield stole the fucking show in that movie. Like I thought it was gonna be Toby, but like Andrew Garfield, like just like the way like he like saved MJ, and then like just like the way he's like holding her, and like he's like tearing up, getting emotional and shit after like that. Just like he stole the show with his acting. Like he's such a great actor. Like I need to fucking watch more of his movies, because like really the only things I've seen him in are the Spider-Man
Social
Network, which he was great in, and
Hacksaw Ridge.
I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh my goodness.
Freaking goated movie, dude.
That was like my grandma's favorite movie, though.
I wasn't even thinking about that movie, but yeah, he's tearing it up in that movie.
I heard it's really good. Like I need to watch that movie, because I heard it's really that he got nominated for like an Oscar for that.
Yeah, it's based off a true story too, which is really dope. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Man, dude didn't want to have a fucking arm. Well, a gun, which is pretty crazy. He got a lot of shit.
Like an arm?
He didn't want to have an arm. He didn't want
his name was like his name was an alliteration too. Like it is
Desmond Doss.
Yeah. See, Marvel. That's a Marvel character right there.
He's a Marvel character.
Yeah, he's the hero.
It's his origin.
He's the real hero.
Yep.
That needs a comic book. But too bad he got a movie instead. He got a movie.
Greatest Hollywood betrayal right there. It sucks how they just dropped him. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Tom Holland, he's getting the suit now.
Yeah, well, and that goes back into like our other conversations where I wanted him to do that. Like I wanted him to have a third one.
Me and Devin were talking about this earlier, because like I'm like for sure like we're seeing him again as Spider-Man, but I was just wondering like what do you think would be like the best capacity for that to happen? And like would you rather him like come into the MCU like as like something like they do something to make that happen where he like takes over as Spider-Man, or like would you rather see him in like still his like own universe? And go ahead, because you had a good point or like a good idea, Devin, when I asked that earlier. So
well, I think I obviously want him in the MCU, but I don't feel like that's super realistic. So what I think they are gonna do is they're gonna put him in the Venomverse and have him be the Spider-Man in that universe. I gotta take a picture, man.
Yo, you were chunking again.
I got the freaking.
This one might be a rap, dude.
What in the hell?
I got the freaking.
This one might be a rap.
Oh, I got the picture. Oh, that's perfect. That's
all I gotta say is hopefully this recording's not fucked up because of all this chunking shit. But yeah, as you were saying, you think they're gonna be in the Spider or in the Venomverse.
That's gonna be the title of this shit. Fucking Mike Chunks.
Because on my end, you guys are frozen fucking solid. The audio stops. And I'm like, is this the version that's getting recorded, or is it the version you're seeing that's getting recorded? Oh
shit, yeah.
So it's like,
it's probably your version
what
that's
the
getting
fuck?
Recorded. Shit,
well,
man.
We'll see.
We'll
just keep rolling with it. And that's it happens again. But yeah, if it is my version, I don't know. I think it might be one of yours as well, but because when I got booted out and re-entered, it made one of you guys as host, and then it made me host again. So I don't
know, man. Because
we'll look at the recording. We'll see what's going on.
Each other perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's on my end. I keep getting fucking like internet shit. Yeah, I'm getting it like right now. It's saying some internet shit's fucking up.
Yo, look at
man.
Let me see.
What the hell?
Oh,
You're like,
Bro.
oh goodness.
Oh
he's
my
chunking,
goodness.
bro.
We're not on our A game today.
But yeah,
We're on
Fucking
the
A.
C game, bro.
this might be in the vault. We don't know until after. But if not,
Oh my goodness.
to add on what you were
Cultureology plus
saying
episode 1.
before the chunksters, before we got fucking in that bitch. I agree. I would like to see him go up against Venom,
God, I'm dying.
but a different Venom, like the one that it leads up to, where it's like, oh, he's gonna be a different Venom, or as I was saying, because Flash plays a version of Venom in the comics. That would be cool.
Agent Venom.
Yes, if something like that happened, where it's not a traditional Venom, because we just seen that, like he's still fresh, like Venom just happened. So, like Agent Venom or something, that would be sick as fuck. But I would be lying if I said I didn't want to see a new Carnage, like done right. Like, because Carnage is my favorite.
I know you don't like how they've handled Venom. What is it that you like? Like, can you describe to me why you don't like it so much?
Well, it's mostly the story. So it's mostly the directing. It's not even a thing about Venom, really. I mean, it's just felt lazy. The script felt lazy. The dialogue felt lazy. And I was like, no, but like, I can be on board with like the whole Venom. He's funny. He has a sense of humor. He wants to save the chickens, shit like that. That's fucking cool. And he has these bonds, like that's cool. Like, it's not the traditional like Venom that I was scared of as a kid, because Venom used to like scare me. I'm like, oh shit, this dude's creepy as fuck. But that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest issue, is just the script and how they made it. And like, it's very big. It's more of a problem with Carnage than it is with Venom, where it's like, okay, I can let Venom slide. I could let Venom, his cocky, his attitude, or the fact that he goes to a rave, like I can let all that shit slide. It's like, but the one thing I can't let slide is that cut.
Get that.
Cut.
Cut that.
But as I said,
I like his attitude. I like his attitude.
But the one thing I can't let slide is, Carnage, how they depicted Carnage, where he's like, for some reason he needs Eddie for some reason to
tell me when.
Do his final speech, all this bullshit. Like, that was just lazy as fuck. And then that line, the big cringe moment of that line is where he's like, I just wanted you to be my friend. He literally says this in the movie. If you haven't seen Carnage, go watch it. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. He says this to Eddie. And it just was the icing on the shit cake for me, where it's like, all you wanted was him to be your friend, really? Like, playing into that, the victim role, where it's like, oh, I was bullied and this girl saved me and that's why we're in love. Like, just lazy across the board. And I didn't feel for him. I thought what was really cool about that movie, though, is kind of where it goes back into his past, and it shows him like pushing his grandma down the stairs and putting the toaster in the oven, or in the pool or the tub, whatever the hell that was. That was pretty cool. I like that shit, but everything else about
you like that, huh?
Yeah, everything else about that was whack. Like, just Carnage is, they're just not true to his character, in my opinion. Where it's like, I can't let that slide. Where it's like, he's just, I don't know, he's just a bitch in a sense, where he's like, and then he dies at the end, and I'm like, what the hell? He gets his head eaten off. Yeah, he's like, fuck this guy. Eats his head. Like, I was like, oh, are you kidding? Like you could have done
Yeah.
such a better job with that, but that's why I want to see a reboot. And that's no knock on like the acting, if that makes any correlation. You know, I thought the casting was perfect, but because the script was so bad or the dialect was so bad or it just ruined everything, all momentum. And I was like, that's fucking shit.
How would you feel if, like, a couple years down the road, you get like a YouTube notification from Sony Pictures and the title is The Amazing Spider-Man 3 Maximum Carnage? And the trailer is basically like Peter Parker finds out that there's Venom, but it's not Tom Hardy's Venom. It's Topher Grace's Venom. But
Ew.
he's got
Ew.
a better looking suit. He's got a better looking
Ew.
suit.
Ew.
And they basically do Cletus Cassidy justice. And like it's like Maximum Carnage Part 1. It's like a two-parter. They set him up in the first one, and then there's a big climax in the second part. And they don't kill him. They defeat him, basically.
That would be great. I would love that. I would really enjoy that if they did that. Like, even if they skipped Venom altogether, because in my opinion, you know, Venom's the more popular character, but Carnage is one of my favorite comic book characters, like just in general, ever since I was a kid. And I kind of resonated with him because he was darker, more like the Joker. Because I'm a DC dude, huge DC, grew up on DC, the darker stories, the more grittier kind of, you know, serial killer-esque, crazy person, nut job that needs to be stopped kind of, you know, energy. And I felt like Carnage was that to Spider-Man, where he's like, Spider-Man don't have an answer for this dude. Like, if he goes up against this guy, people are dying. Like, he could save some people, but there's going to be exactly his name. There's going to be carnage. He's going to be killing people. And Spider-Man's going to realize he can't save everyone. Like, it's impossible, especially going up against someone like that. And that's what I love about him. I feel like he's his most fearsome foe, not his, you know, main foe, but like if he going up against him, he needs to like come prepared. Like he needs to know that there's going to be casualties. There's going to be shit that he can't prepare for. Just like with Joker and when Batman going up against the Joker, Batman's always getting fucking beat by him. And, you know, he's not saving everyone, or, you know, Robin's dying.
Oh, you know what I just...
So it's the same thing with Carnage, I feel.
Maybe those dark days Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man went through was Carnage. And he killed him.
He killed him.
Yeah. That's why he's all traumatized.
But yeah, that would be dope. I would love to see another Carnage that's done right. Maybe even a rated R Carnage with Spider-Man. Or just even not rated R, just do it right.
Yeah.
Make him a fucking
have you ever played the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game?
Yes.
Did you like how they did Carnage in that?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a pretty cool idea to like sort of not use it as inspiration, but sort of like a template, like his character. Because like he does have some reason for killing, but he mostly does it because like he's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and you know who I think would be another perfect role for that is the guy who plays Rorschach in The Watchmen.
Rorschach,
yeah. I can't pronounce his name right now.
I just said it, and then you said it the exact same way you said it before.
I know. I'm saying
Roar.
You dense mother.
Rorschach.
Yes, that dude. And I don't know his name, his actual name, the actor. And I apparently I don't know fucking any of those names, but yeah. So anyways, that guy would be a perfect Cletus Cassidy, I think. Kind of the same character, as he plays in Watchmen, but just, as Carnage or Cletus Cassidy. But that's another perfect cast.
And I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I need to see that movie again.
But yeah, he goes ape shit. He's a psychopath in that, and we all know if you've seen it. But yeah, that would be dope. I want to see a real Carnage that's really dope. And I've been wanting it since we saw Spider-Man 3 and we had that whack ass Venom in there. But yeah.
Topher Grace.
Well, and that's the thing about the
Andrew
Venom in that.
Garfielded.
He was like a mix. He was like a Carnage Venom. Like he looked like a Venom Carnage mix. The Carnage in that, or the Venom in that movie.
Yeah, he was a skinny Venom.
Yeah, he was all weird and he was kind of sadistic.
I like being bad.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. My spider sense is tingling.
Well, and if we get it, we get it. But I kind of don't have hope for it now because it's just been so long. Like I've been waiting for a Carnage movie to be justice for 20 years. And then the one I get that just came out wasn't what I want. So I don't expect that they're going to just reboot it because I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like if they were to do a new Carnage, it would be with Toby anyway.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, in a dream world, they do the Amazing Spider-Man 3 Maximum Carnage.
Well, and what you were saying about like you would want to see him in the Venomverse, for the third one, I think that might be a possibility where he's going up against Venom and it's leading back into that. But it's like I want to see new people as well. Like I want to see new villains we haven't seen in the Spider universe, where we haven't seen certain villains. That would be dope to get into some of those villains that we haven't seen. And that's kind of what I liked about the Amazing Spider-Man when they came out, because they were getting into like, villains that we haven't seen, like that I've always
like
been wanting.
the Lizard.
Like Sinister
Dude, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited for? Like I'm fucking super hyped for, bro.
What's up?
Fucking cause like Hawkeye spoilers, cause like I haven't finished it yet. I only had seen the first episode, but I had this spoiled for me. Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio, however you say his name.
I got that.
He comes in that bitch as Kingpin again. So fucking we're in business.
It's
baby.
full force.
Like fucking. So what I'm excited for is like I want some fucking Kingpin against Spider-Man action in the MCU, dog.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. And like I wanted that for a hot minute, and like now like the pieces are getting put into place for that to happen.
Would you want the same guy as Punisher? So say they bring Punisher in with the mix because he was really tied close to Daredevil as well.
Yeah, dude, fucking Shane from fucking Walking Dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was perfect.
I want
freaking Walking Dead OG.
I want all of the actors from the Netflix shows in the fucking MCU.
All of them, no exception.
Like if they're bringing those characters in, I want every one of them to be the same actor.
Yeah, they did amazing in that scene. Well, in the
only problem is that the dude who plays Blade is in Luke Cage, and he's not Blade.
The bad guy. Yeah.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
Damn.
Multiverse.
Just throw that answer at every problem.
I think that's one of the exceptions that they wouldn't bring back. Like, I know you want all the actors to be the same, but I don't think they're bringing back Luke Cage from that story. So Luke Cage from the show, I don't think they're
if they're fucking bringing
doing that at all.
Charlie Cox's Daredevil and D'Onofrio's Kingpin over, like I'd imagine they're bringing fucking everybody.
Okay.
Like, cause like fucking like what are they? When Charlie Cox gets his own movie, like I bet you there'll be references to the Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, I feel like there's gonna be.
Yeah, I guess
live.
Well,
because of his whole show happened. Like fucking then like, cause like they fucking intersect and shit. Like fucking like, so if his show happened, the other shows had to have happened. Is my thing.
Well, and Marvel's really good at doing that, where they can, like what they just did with Spider-Man, like they'll work their magic to make it all fit together in this nice little package. And regardless. So it's like they'll make it work if that's
everything fell
that's
into
the
place
thing.
with Spider-Man perfectly.
Yeah, it did. That gives
It's
me
crazy
hope for
how-
like
good to be
anything they
true.
do.
I
in
was
the
thinking
future.
about this. Like, it's crazy how, like, because like basically everything that happened in the movie, fans figured out, or like it got leaked like before people actually saw the movie. So like they like, but like I didn't want to believe, like, because I heard like a long time ago, like, oh, people think Charlie Cox is gonna be in No Way Home, like he's gonna be Spider-Man's lawyer, like Toby's gonna be in it, Andrew's gonna be in it, like all this shit, like fucking. But I never wanted to believe it because like it seemed so far fetched, like it seemed like too big, like to be doable, and then those motherfuckers did it. So like fucking now I'm just like, all right, there's nothing off the table. Like there's nothing these motherfuckers can't do. Like fucking, so bring it on, bring them all in.
Yeah, they can
Bring
happen.
Bring them out.
You know, and while and some of those actors, they only want to do shows. But it's going to be hard to turn down Marvel money though. Like
They
Marvel
want that
movie
MCU
money,
dog.
like that Marvel
Even Angelina
movie
Jolie
money.
and Salma Hayek got in here because they know that Marvel check.
Yeah,
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
well, and that's the interesting thing because it's like there's a lot of like with those shows. There's a lot of people, those actors. They only do shows. They like shows. They, it's their shit. You'll see them in this show. You'll see them in this other show, that a crime show or whatever. They're just show people. But if you throw that Marvel money in, who knows? Like they can get everyone. Without a doubt.
I'm telling you, if they get freaking Hugh Jackman back to do like a cameo or something, the second he shows up on screen, the theater's gonna freaking erupt.
Deadpool.
And everybody's gonna lose their collective shit.
Deadpool 3.
I want Deadpool.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fucking. Well, he already made a
X-Force.
cameo in Deadpool 1. Fucking. But I'm saying like, I want that because like they got access to the X-Men now.
Mhm.
Like fucking, like I want all them motherfuckers in here. Like fucking, like I want fucking all the X-Men. I want fucking Deadpool coming over. I'd like to see fucking like all kind. There's all kinds of things they can do now. Like they can start making like Excalibur movies. Like
Damn.
fucking like fucking Academy X, like House of M, like
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is coming, or no, that's Secret Invasion.
I think they might be setting up for House of M.
I think they are. Like
they
that's
might
the
be
whole
doing
thing.
that.
I'm pretty sure.
The whole Multiverse of Madness trailer sort of gave me House of M
I saw
vibes.
this. I saw this
Yeah.
other thing. That like, cause like the Multiverse of Madness and shit. Like fucking, I saw this one theory that was like, since people think they're setting up House of M, and like people have been wondering, like, okay, since they have access to mutants or at the X-Men now, how are they going to bring mutants into the MCU? Like, what's going to be the explanation to be like where they have been or whatever? And like in the comics, in the House of M, like Scarlet Witch does her shit, like she's like fucking, and like she says, no more mutants, like fucking, like she like starts wiping them out. But like in the MCU, what if they go like she go in Multiverse of Madness, like she does her fucking spell shit, and then she just like, let there be mutants.
Yeah.
And like she creates mutants, like instead of like doing away with them, like it's the reverse. Like that would be crazy.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, like maybe she finds out about like a version of herself that said no more mutants, and she has like empathy for the mutants that were lost, and she's like, you know what?
And because
Bring
her
back
kids,
the mutants.
Because her kids are mutants, so she's gonna be like, let there be mutants, and then so she get her kids back.
Hey, they're just delivering with the lines here. We got Avengers Assemble. With great power comes great responsibility. Now we're having freaking Let There Be Mutants. That's gonna be freaking dope.
That would be crazy as fuck.
It's the freaking t-shirt trifecta.
Set up for that shit for sure. But it's just crazy. Like, do you think they would take and add like X-Men, for example, into the MCU after this phase? Because I know they already have this whole phase planned out. They're gonna go up against interdimensional baddies and villains and all this shit. But like after that's all said and done, you think you're gonna have Spider-Man right next to like fucking Gambit kind of shit. Like that, you think they're gonna go into that? Oh my god, I hope so. Because, and you know, I said this a bunch, but like DC's always been my shit. But X-Men and Spider-Man were the two exceptions.
Dude, X-Men
in Marvel. Like X-Men's one of my favorite comics, period. Even though I'm a DC dude, X-Men's fucking amazing.
The X-Men are definitely my favorite team. Like for
X-Men is amazing.
Like fucking, like out of like all of them, like fucking across both fucking companies, like out of like Avengers, Fantastic Four, Justice League, fucking all them shits. X-Men, dog.
Yeah.
I feel like you can guess mine. My favorite.
No.
Really?
Spider-Man?
The Avengers?
Nah. It was Spider-Man's team. It was freaking Web Warriors, dude.
Your favorite is Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yes.
Fucking Iceman and
the Holy Trinity.
Starfire, was it? No, Starfire is fucking...
No, it's Firestar.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know. It's gonna get...
Isn't that a little derivative?
It's crazy.
It's gonna get crazy.
There's
when
another
they mix
one like
them
that,
because
though,
there's just so much X-Men characters. Like there's just the story of X-Men, like just alone is so much to cover. Like even after all the movies they've done, like if they incorporate that in the MCU, they can make a whole phase of the MCU just about X-Men shit. Like that's how big it is. So it's like, damn, like that it just blows my mind even thinking that's a possibility. Because it's like I've seen how they did Avengers, I see how they do Endgame. It's like, what are they gonna do when they incorporate, you know, fucking like Magneto? Like, and I've talked about this before, but it's like if he was in this already, the Avengers would have no chance against somebody like Magneto. Like, there's no.
He would have fucked
chance.
Thanos up real quick.
He would have messed them all up. That's why he's not in there. Magneto's the exception. He's OP.
He'd have just like crush. Thanks. Peace out.
Yeah. Ant-Man.
Crush your hand. You
Ant-Man crushed. Shit. Everyone crushed. Everyone's done.
Fucking yeah.
Thanos' glove is metal. We've already researched this.
I want fucking metal. Keanu Reeves. I want Keanu Reeves to be Magneto.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. Reeves just needs to get into the MCU already.
Do you want young Magneto or you want older Magneto? I want old Magneto.
Fassbender. I want Fassbender.
I want old Magneto.
I can't see him in a helmet.
Who?
Keanu.
Oh, well, I was just joking. Fucking.
Oh. Well, I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, dang.
I take Fassbender again. I'd like to see his Magneto.
Well, and I would like to actually see Keanu as Constantine again. He's actually wanting to make another Constantine, but no one's been up to it. But still, I think he played that role good.
I don't know. I think the dude in the show did pretty fucking good. Like fucking.
Yeah, the show was cool.
So
Constantine's just a dope character. He has good comics if you've ever read him.
And Dark Knights of Steel, fucking, he's like the Oracle, like because like the whole thing, like the beginning, like it starts off like because he has this prophecy of like aliens coming to Earth and like fucking our whole shit up, basically. And then like right after he has that prophecy, Superman's ship like crashes into Earth, and like that, like they're like, oh fuck, like the aliens are here, and like fucking. Man, Dark Knights of Steel, bro. Fucking like, Mike, if you should just go to the comic book store and only buy that when it comes out. There's only 2 issues. They're only $4 a piece. Like fucking like
worth it.
Fucking that series is bananas. Like fucking, I love that series so much.
I'll be right back.
There's only 2 episodes.
Episodes?
Or 2, not episodes. 2 books.
Yeah, there's only 2 issues out so far. They're coming out once a month, and there's gonna be 12. So the last one's gonna be like next, like October.
Well, and I seen you discussing that on your page, your solo page. But yeah, I was like, that looks actually really dope. Like that sounds really awesome. Like
It
that
is,
whole
dude. Fucking
story of it
because
sounds
like
really
they're
dope.
like their whole like everybody like all the characters are basically in it, but like everybody's roles fits them so well. Like fucking because like uh this isn't really a spoiler because you find this out like the first 2 pages. But Superman in this iteration, this Elseworlds, Superman's parents come down with him. Like they both survive Krypton too. Like they're like he's Superman's still in the womb. Like he's like his mom's still pregnant with him when
Oh
the
damn.
escape pod crashes down. And she has him like the day like right after the pod opens. She's like in labor. And she has him. So he was technically born on Earth. Fucking but like the whole thing is like they like take over a kingdom. His pops is the king, his mom's the queen, and he's the prince. And like Batman is like the captain of the guard, like he's like their person, like he's like in charge of their personal guard. And like all of the different Robins are like his wards. Like and then Green Arrow is an assassin. Um Banshee or no, Black Canary's in it, and she's like this crazy witch woman, like fucking that like people like stay away from because she has like the crazy voice power and shit. It's fucking dope, man. Like everything like fits so well together, like it's like puzzle.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it
Like
sounds
me
dope.
not knowing much about DC, like I'm hooked on it, and I don't even know that much about DC.
Yeah, just Devin, just buy some DC comics or Batman, and you'll be on DC. Like that's how it happened for me.
This guy only buys Spider-Man.
Yeah, like you gotta branch out, my guy. Because growing up, like when I grew up, like I had both. Like I had access to both Marvel and DC, and I didn't know like they at the time like those were the biggest ones. I was just like, oh okay. And I went into it blind, like just knowing who Batman was, just knowing who Spider-Man was, just knowing who the X-Men is, and X-Men are. But like I went in there and I read all of them. So I was like, okay, I'll get some Spider-Mans, I'll get some X-Mens, I'll get some Batmans. And by far, the Batmans were way better than the Spider-Mans, way better than maybe not. X-Men were really good, but I was like, whoa. And
Pump the brakes.
nah,
Pump the brakes, kid.
way better.
Fucking
In my opinion, it's just my opinion, but like I was like fucking hooked. And then I just got a bunch of Batmans, it led me into Flash. I didn't even know who Flash was at the time, and just a bunch of other shit. Yep. And the rest is history.
But dude, like I brought up Keanu Reeves earlier to talk about this. This is his comic that he created, like, and he's the co-writer of it. And
That's
it's
great.
It's fucking amazing, dude. I just finished this earlier today. This thing like is like the most gory, violent, fucking like crazy, fucking. It's like it's ridiculous. Like there's a part in here where this dude, the main character, he like he's in the middle of battle and like these dudes on horses are coming at him, and he fucking just punches the horse, rips the horse's head off, rips the horse's head in half, and starts killing people with the bottom half of the horse's jaw.
What?
And
He knocked out a horse.
Like oh my, it was so crazy. Like I was like,
Damn.
are you kidding me? This shit is nuts. And like he's immortal. Like he can't die and like he can't be killed. Like, and even one time, like when he got like really like depressed or something, he tried to like let people kill him. Like he tried, like they were fucking him up. Like he was in pieces. He's like Deadpool pretty much. Like he was in pieces after fucking they were done. And like this, like out of like the what was left of him, like this cocoon formed. And then like a couple days later, he just like busts out of the cocoon, like fully grown, like a fully grown man again.
That's some crazy
it's
shit.
It's nuts, dude. And like yeah.
Are those like single issues or what?
Yeah, they're not. Well, I waited for the trade because like I heard about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm reading a lot of shit. I'll just wait for the trades to come out. And like this one just came out not too long ago. I think they're only on like issue like 7 or something right now, and this is like the first 4 issues that I have right here.
That's
I
dope.
think I just want to get like the single issues. I
think
like
that's-
having like a set.
I
Fucking
think that's dope. That
well, I'm
people
just
are
gonna
getting
wait.
into,
Like I'm gonna have a
comics.
set of these. I'm gonna have a set of the. You can't see it there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a
okay,
set of the
cool.
trades. Just like I have for like I have like an entire fucking where the fuck is it?
I only own like 2 trades.
I have like an entire fucking Green Lantern run just in
It's
the
my
trades.
favorite trade right here.
Like that's
Green
like a whole
Lantern's
fucking
dope.
Green Lantern run and just trades.
And then I have this
But
one.
I got one more thing. Oh shit, I need to get that. But I got one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Fucking, because like as you guys know, I am a massive Star Wars fan. I'm a massive Star Wars motherfucker. I've like this next like 2022 is gonna be like Star Wars is gonna be heavily on my channel. Like talking like books, movies, shows, comics, all that shit. Games, fucking, it's gonna be a good time. But I recently heard about this thing. It's called the Machete Order. It's like a certain way to watch the movies that like sounds pretty fucking interesting. But like, check this out. So let's see. You watch the films in this order. You watch A New Hope, then you watch Empire Strikes Back, then you watch Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Then you jump back and watch Return of the Jedi, and then you watch The Force Awakens. And like the way that like that's right, like you don't watch Phantom Menace at all. Like that shit is cut out. Fucking because like the
Cut it.
yeah, cut it. Fucking
Cut it.
so because like the way this is like intended to be like make the viewing experience is like it's made to because like the way they're released right now, like the way you're really supposed to watch them, Anakin's the main character of like the whole first 6 movies.
Yeah, he's my
But
favorite character in all of Star Wars.
This makes Luke the main character because like the way you watch it, you let's see, you follow Luke like from like his like getting out of Tatooine and shit, and it goes all you follow Luke all the way until he gets his hand cut off and like he learns that Darth Vader's his dad, and then you fucking watch Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith as like a flashback to see like how Anakin goes dark. And then after you watch Revenge of the Sith, you watch Return of the Jedi to see like fucking like the whole thing come to a head. Like fucking you see the fucking like the 2 main characters of those two sets of movies like meet up. So fucking I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do that. Like that sounds really good.
All right.
Yeah, I mean
Sounds
that
fun.
sounds interesting.
And
That's
me
crazy
over here,
how
I'm sitting over here.
Phantom Menace isn't even in it. Like you're just like fuck that. Don't even
Yeah,
get
'cause,
into
like-
Phantom Menace.
What if it
'Cause, like,
sucks?
Yeah, but what if it sucks? The only good part about that movie was Darth Maul and like his fights, like the
Oh,
fight
well,
where him and the
Duel of
pod
Fates,
race,
dude.
the pod race was dope. The
Now
fight
this is
between
pod racing.
the fight between Qui-Gon and Darth Maul in the desert, like towards the beginning of the movie, and then the end fight. Those are like everything else is like fucking C-SPAN. It's fucking C-SPAN with aliens.
Well, yeah, I enjoy it. But yeah, it's definitely probably the least popular one out of all of them. Out of every film. But yeah, that's just Darth Maul is on another level. The first time I ever saw a double lightsaber was ridiculous. Saw that in
That's the
theaters.
first time
actually.
anybody saw that shit.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw that shit in theaters too. So like as a kid watching
me
that
too.
in theaters, because a lot of people like even when that movie dropped, they're like, it's shit. And as a kid, I was like, no, I thought that movie was dope as fuck. Cause I'm just a kid, like, dude, because I grew up watching like the original Star Wars episode 4, 5, and 6, you know, and those came out way before I was even born. so it's like I was like, oh, these are fucking dope. And like I was all in love with those. And then I was like, oh, they're gonna make a new one. Like I was losing my shit. And I was just like glad to get Star Wars at that moment. So it's like I enjoyed that thoroughly, that movie thoroughly, like through the whole thing. But yeah, the best part is definitely the end, without a doubt.
Fucking if Obi-Wan had died instead of Qui-Gon, Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side.
Well, and even when Anakin like fucking takes the spaceship out and fucking ends up winning like the space war kind of battle, that shit was sick as fuck too. I was like, damn. They're all listening to this fucking little kid and shit, and he just saved all of them.
Fucking if Qui-Gon had been Luke or Anakin's teacher,
he would have never turned.
Gone dark.
Yeah, I've read those, or I've seen those videos where they discuss that. But I agree.
Fucking,
you know,
that and there's another one that I seen where it's like, what if Mace Windu trained Anakin? That one was sick as fuck. Like, Star Wars is one of those fucking settings that I could just like dive. Like, it's like Harry Potter, Star Wars, and like fucking The Matrix are like three of the things that I could just like deep dive into like for fucking ever.
Well, and that's another thing where it's like it can go on kind of the same. It's kind of built the same platform or the same base as like Marvel Comics, where it's like they can just keep continuing in that universe with shit that we've never seen, and we'll fucking eat it up for the most part. Like all these other stories, or like even when they came out with Rogue One, you know,
it's like, I'm like,
what? Like that movie's dope.
I'm
it's
still
like
waiting.
Those little shits.
I want fucking some Old Republic content, bro. Like I really want like them to fucking like. I'm so happy they're remaking Knights of the Old Republic, dude. Fucking, that's why I'm getting a PS5 because it's gonna be on PS5 first. Fucking, that shit is fucking gonna be so dope. But like, I want movies and shit because Disney has already said that after the sequels ended, like that's it for the Skywalker saga. Like we're done. So fucking, I want fucking Old Republic shit going on.
Yes,
like fucking,
that'd be great.
I want some Darth Revan or some Darth Bane up in my fucking TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, and like, as far as like fucking those go, I like Keanu Reeves is fucking Revan. Like at this point, like fucking after all the fan art I've seen of him as Revan, he's fucking Revan.
That's the only way I could see it. That's the only way I could see it.
Like I've only envisioned two people playing Revan. Him, and I don't even know the other dude's name, but you remember those, Underworld, those movies?
Yes.
The main dude in that, the dude who's like the hybrid vampire and werewolf, that guy, he could be Revan. He looks like how I imagine like Revan would look, like him and Keanu, like they got similar vibes.
Nah, I would have to be Keanu. But yeah, they look alike. They look alike.
Fucking But
Keanu's my boy.
And then as for Darth Bane, Tom Hardy would be dope. Tom Hardy would be sick as
playing
Darth Bane.
Another Bane.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. It all comes full circle.
No one cared until I put on the mask.
Fucking.
You will join.
That would be sick.
What?
Oh man, because like there's.
What did you say?
There's so much dope shit that happens in that like time period. Like fucking, there's like a Jedi Civil War and like the Mandalorian Wars and shit. Like fucking, it's super dope, man. Like that's like
all of that.
Seeing something in the future.
What?
What about like seeing something in the future? Because we know stories, we know the Old Republic, like something completely new. Would you be dope with that?
I don't want Disney fucking having free reign on a new era. Like fucking
It's gonna
like
happen.
I know I've seen them like they're working on something like fucking like I can't remember what it was, but like it's like a whole new era of Star Wars and shit. Like fucking I can't remember like, but I don't like it. I don't want it. I like they can't be left to their own devices. Fucking obviously, like they need to have source material to draw from, and even when they have source material, they fuck it up. So like fucking, they need to just like get something that people will love and not fuck it up.
What is that thing on Disney Plus that they've been doing with Star Wars? What's that called again? Where it has like clips of like a bunch of different clips. There's no stories. They're
I
just
don't
single
remember.
episodes.
Star
What
Wars.
is that?
I know what you're talking about, but
Like-
I can't remember.
No, it's like
I think it is Legends. I think it is
is
Legends.
it Legends?
Star
I think
Wars
that's what it's
Legends
called.
or
I think
something.
it is.
Fucking,
I don't think it is. Here, let me see.
I'm about to
Star
pull it
Wars
up.
Legends or something, but what they're doing in that is pretty dope. Like some
Legends
of
is
those
the
episodes, I'm like,
book.
okay. And they just go in some random spot with some random people. Like there's this one episode where it's just focusing on a band.
Oh,
literally-
Visions.
Yes,
Is it Visions?
Yes, it is. If you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out. I haven't checked all the episodes out.
I don't
but
know.
it's
Is it
pretty cool.
animated?
They're different. Like I think each episode's directed by somebody else or created by somebody else because the art in each one is different. I think it's just a bunch of people's vision.
Samurai one too.
Yeah, that's the
Bro,
first
the
episode.
samurai
That
one
one's
was crazy.
awesome. You've seen it?
Like the freaking lightsaber's broken and it's always on, so he has a sheath for it. Bro,
That's in. Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
I like that.
That's
I
dope.
like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Visions, I think they're just making like they're just I don't even know the concept of it, but I've watched a couple of them and they have that samurai episode.
Huh.
They even have this one episode where they're
And they're
just following,
short too. They're only like 15 minutes long.
yeah, they're just following a band. It's not even about like Jedis. It's just a band. And Boba Fett or Jango, Boba Fett's chasing these dudes down. It might be Django because it's back in, the day, pod race day. But it's this band and
But
they're
it's
just
Boba
following
Fett's
this
colors.
band. And it's weird. Like it's weird, but like with like what we were saying about the samurai kind of Jedi, and he's not even a Jedi, he's actually like a dark like a Sith kind of. He's like a good Sith or a gray. He's like a gray Jedi from what I was getting from the clip. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Like I'm up for shit, but it's like you got to be careful with shit like that because of the roots where everything started. But yeah, I fuck with Visions, but I don't think none of that shit's canon. So it's like you can watch it and be like, okay, have an open mind for shit like that.
I don't know, dude. I think Visions might be.
Oh, it might be canon. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, if it's on fucking Disney Plus and Disney is making it, pretty sure it's canon.
Well, it's weird if you haven't seen it. It's like weird how they set it up because every episode's different, like with different animations, different stories, different mini clips of shit. It's just random stories. So I think it's just random people
it's
making
not.
episodes. Yeah. So like just sharing.
It's not
visions.
canon. But
Exactly what they're saying.
They have plans to make stuff from Visions.
That would be dope.
But not all of it.
That'd be dope.
Fucking
Like even taking the story from a first person where it's like Star Wars is all about a bunch of different characters. I think it'd be cool. Like, for example, that samurai story of that samurai, like just his perspective.
Yeah, but I don't want a fucking whole movie of that.
Just his perspective going through shit, or like
What
kind
about
of like
like a
what they're
Disney
doing with the
Plus show?
Mandalorian. It's exactly what
I'll
they're
take
doing
that.
with the Mandalorian, where you're following this new character and you're seeing his
I'd take
adventures.
that.
Yeah, because the Mandalorian's a fucking amazing show.
I'd take a show, but I'm not trying to
Nah,
see
bro,
a fucking
The
like
Book of Boba
trilogy.
Fett is dropping this month, and I'm so freaking hyped for
Boba
it.
Fett. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
fuck yeah.
I'm like counting down the days, bro.
So that's where you think they're gonna just take it to
Who?
shows. They're gonna have Boba Fett. They're gonna have Mandalorian. They're gonna have all these shows that are amazing, and I think they're killing it so far with what they've been doing with Star Wars. And I don't even want to get started on the Star Wars theme park that I want to go to, that they've made.
Yeah.
But I want to
What,
go.
Galaxy-
Galaxy's Edge?
Say what?
Galaxy's Edge at Disney.
Yeah. Looks
Oh, yeah.
amazing. I've always
think I'm
wanted
going
something
there
like that.
next summer.
But yeah, that's dope.
Okay,
So far, I think they've
but,
done it justice. I just hope they hold the ball, keep it going,
yeah.
pass the torch.
Yeah. John Favreau set him up. He set him up perfect.
Yeah, if Jon Favreau and like Dave Filoni could just team up for the next trilogy,
Yes.
that'd be the ultimate. Like in
That would be dope.
That's the good
Like-
ending right there.
yeah, that's everybody likes that.
Didn't
Like,
they
if
say they're
if
gonna
it happens?
they're gonna reboot the Star Wars Awakening and stuff so that it's not canon no more? That's just a rumor I heard. I don't know if that's true.
No.
So that's
I
all
thought
canon.
I heard that too, but it's not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I actually
Sequels are
didn't
canon.
mind those movies, but then it kind of like
No!
it messes with some shit where he comes back.
Everybody
Palpatine.
disliked that.
Huh? Everyone disliked.
Everybody disliked that. What you just said. Fucking because like I just know like since I've read
They're not the best.
this book, since I've read this and shit,
They're
like
not
and I
the
know
best, you're right.
since I know what could have been, fuck them. Fuck them.
Well, I totally get you, but it's like at the same time, it's like I just want to see more Star Wars shit. Like
Like fucking
swing, miss
cut it.
if you want,
Cut
but
it.
fucking do whatever. Just keep it going. If they're done with Luke Skywalker's story,
Fucking,
then that's fine. Just keep going.
I just fucking like I feel like George Lucas regrets selling Star Wars.
I know he
Like
sees what they're
fucking-
doing and he's like, fuck.
Like they just massacred his baby. That's like why I'm just like not
You
like
think
I'm
so?
trying to get back. Yeah, like fucking I'm trying to fucking like go back to the EU and like read like and like experience that because like I'm just like I'm over Disney's shit. I mean, like aside from like I mean, I'm mainly just talking about the sequel trilogy, but like the fuck because like everything else they've done really with Star Wars I've liked, but like the sequel trilogy just put such a bad taste in my mouth. I'm
What's
just
your
over it.
favorite? What's your favorite one out of the sequel trilogy?
I already know mine.
Probably Last Jedi.
Okay.
What?
What about you?
I mean, Rise of Skywalker was dope, but like, I don't
I
know,
was
dude.
gonna
Like, I just
say-
didn't particularly enjoy any of them. Like, so like, it's kind of hard.
I was gonna say The Force Awakens.
No, that was the worst one.
What? No.
That was the
The
worst
Last
one.
Jedi is definitely the worst one. I don't know what you're
No,
on.
I
No,
disagree.
dude,
I
Force
think
Awakens.
The Last
Force Awakens
Jedi
the
is one
worst
of my
one.
favorites too. As far as those three movies, is probably one of my
For-
favorites.
The Force Awakens
I
is the
just-
worst one, bro.
I just really like Han Solo, and I like how he was like.
And
Kind of
that's why it's the
character.
worst one because they murder him.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
Fucking, but like, fucking Harrison Ford, give him his flowers while he's here, man. His rest in
Yeah.
peace, Carrie Fisher.
Damn, for real. That was
Fucking-
crazy, man.
Give them their flowers while they're
Well,
here.
and that's the
Fucking Mark
thing
Hamill,
about that
flowers.
trilogy. Now that we're talking about that, that's the thing that got me fucked up where I was like, where she was still going to be in the third one after we already knew she was like not alive and she was gone, and we already mourned and did all these things. Like they're still like, she was still in that and they didn't exit her. Like I thought she should have been the one who ran through the fucking, what is it? Where they run through the ship, that like just throwaway character. I forget her name, but she
I don't even know
runs
what you're
right
talking
through the
about right
ship
now, 'cause
light
fucking-
speed. You don't remember
Fuck them
that?
movies.
Oh, damn. Well, there's this part where she runs through it. And I don't know because my mind's all foggy right now, but she goes light speed right through one of the Star Destroyers, like light speed right through Snoke's Star Destroyer. And I thought that she should have been in that position rather than the one that does all this stuff, gets rekindled with her. No, we're just gonna stop talking about this because now that I'm dissecting it, these movies are shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
took a ginormous shit on what came.
The more I
before.
talk about it, the worse it gets.
Like as you're like you're going on this whole thing, I'm just like,
We should just Green Lantern those.
Sure.
movies.
Oh my God, I got a headache. Now.
Sure.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
even
and on
expect
that note,
surprise
on
headache.
that note, any takebacks, compliments, apologies?
No.
Fucking yeah, fucking so
Get your Star Wars
that's-
content together. Get us some more movies as long as you do them right. Get us some Old Republic. I don't
Get
give a
some
fuck.
shit together.
Do
yeah,
it.
fucking Disney. I know you're watching.
But yeah.
You're always watching.
But
Now I'm in a bad mood because
Yeah,
now
dude.
I'm thinking of those movies.
yeah,
Like,
fucking
what the hell?
I gotta go fucking punch
I was trying to
someone.
hype them
Real
up
life
too. I was
stuff.
trying to say, damn, they had some dope moments. And,
Nah, and
like,
you that was crazy. Like we saw you like go from trying to talk yourself into liking them to like just completely talking yourself out of it.
You went through the 5 stages.
it was
of
too much
grief.
effort. I was like forcing some shit that's
2 minutes.
impossible to force in.
Yeah,
Like
fucking.
a fucking triangle into a fucking round hole and
So
shit.
that's your
Like,
take back. You take. I think I know your take back. That's fucking.
Bargaining.
You take back like the whole last fucking 5 minutes.
yeah, just
Cut it.
forget
That's
about
Mike's take back.
everything. Those movies were not that good. One good thing was that fight that they had in the Snoke's office. That's about it. Not going to talk about anything else because I'm getting a headache
Yeah.
thinking about all the other shit
Fuck them.
around it.
What movie?
But no, shut
The
up.
Star Wars.
Cut it.
Yeah,
Cut
those. Yeah, exactly.
Cut it.
That's the right
Cut it.
answer. What movies?
Fucking A.
Those
But,
don't exist now.
But all right, y'all fucking this is yeah, that's a good way to hopefully fucking Frank will be with us next week.
Mhm.
You never know what this fucking guy, you know, he's fucking everywhere. He's always into something. But speaking of Frank, we didn't want to end this episode without giving him a little shout out. He just recently dropped some fire heat on us. He's got a new song out, trying to do his thing. Link will be in the description of this video. Go check it out. Give his the guy whose song he's featuring on is named Doglived. Give him a sub. Fucking check out their shit. Listen to the song, all of that good stuff because it's fire. But all right, y'all, that's it for us. Fucking, this is Cultureology. We out of here.
Yep. Catch us next time.
It's